Good evening and welcome to today's session. All the members who have come to know the science of
This
homeopathy.
conference will now be recorded.
The chapter what we are dealing now, the simple substance, is very important chapter. You can understand it, you will be able to become a good physician. The very purpose of knowing the philosophy of homeopathy is to start giving medicines to the needy. Of course, we are not expected to practice without a valid certificate. However, you can cure yourself with the first aid medicines to cure an acute situations. Anyway, so yesterday we discussed about the ninth aphorism of Dr. Hahnemann. He has given an organon which is very important. I will just read the aphorism again, then we will proceed further explanation of the. In the healthy condition of man, the spiritual vital force, the dynamis, that animates the material body, rules with unbounded sway and retains all parts of the organism in admirable, harmonious, vital operation as regards both sensations and functions, so that our indwelling reason gifted mind can freely employ this living healthy instrument for the higher purposes of our existence. That is what the aphorism says. And yesterday we have just noted the important meaning of the paragraph, important points also I told. And my request to you is please take down the running notes also. Because I may not be able to give all the points, the classes are not exhaustive. Strictly speaking, within a short time, we will not be able to teach you fully. So please note down the important points. And certain points I dictate also, which are to be read again and again. Whereas running notes you can take according to your taste and resolution. Today's first point is harmony is the result of principle. Harmony, HARMONY, please note down. I hope you have pens and books with you when you come to the class. Harmony is the result of principle or law. It is the result of principle. So whether harmony is first or principle is first means principle is first. Only when there is principle, harmony is established. Only when there is life, it can be animal. One body cannot be animal. So life is first. Without life, nothing. So life is prayer, same thing. Principle is something, no doubt. Principle is something prior to harmony, PRIOR, prior to harmony. Entire universe, there is principle first. Then the harmony is established. Very clearly you have to understand that the universe is run by simple substance. All the forms, all the whatever is created by God is being run in a systematic way only because of the principle. The principle is much prior to the harmony. Next point. Immaterial, IMMATERIAL, immaterial vital principle, immaterial vital principle animates the material world. This is something very funny and also very important to understand. Material substance cannot move on its own. It has to be animated by something prior. And that principle, which is called immaterial principle, that animates the material. When a person dies, leaves all the material, some immaterial substance has come. So if you see with your eyes or with the by post-mortem, anything, all the organs are present in that body. But something which is animating all the time, all these years, that person was alive. When the vital force goes out, simple substance of the body, all the material substance that we can see with the eyes, we can touch with our hand or see through the microscope, all are present here. But something has gone out which is immaterial. But that immaterial only has animated this material body all the time. This principle is important in homeopathy because all the medicines in homeopathy are in immaterial form. But immaterial form has to work through a material form. That is why we give globules. The immaterial substance which is potentized, that is mixed with the globules, and that is given to the patient, and that works. So immaterial directly cannot be seen or shown. So here what Kent in his philosophy, what he says is the immaterial principle animates the material body. In fact, Hahnemann calls this state as fourth state of matter. That point also note down. Immaterial substance is fourth state of matter. Immaterial substance is fourth state of matter. We know three states: solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state. These three are there. But there is a fourth state of matter, that is immaterial substance. So even gas we cannot see, we can feel it. Immaterial substance, fourth state also can be experienced, cannot be explained, cannot be shown, but it is there. We feel it. Here, what he says is what Dr. Hahnemann, Dr. Kent has given in his lectures on philosophy. Immaterial substance is the fourth state of matter. And from that immaterial substance, all the materials are formed. So from immaterial, the material has come out. Only when the material comes out, then we will be able to see through our senses. With the sensual organs, we will be able to feel or see, touch it, smell it, taste it. Shraddha, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So the immaterial substance, if you can understand, is the fourth state of matter. Science may deny it because it is not there, cannot be seen or shown. That is why so-called science may say that there is no matter. But they are able to tell that their animated body, that is animated by the fourth substance only. The scientist also is alive because fourth state of matter is working. That simple substance, immaterial substance, is managing this material. This is something, if you can understand well, then you will know whether there is medicine in homeopathy or not, on how it works. That further I will tell in the previous next sentences, that also you can note down. Now you follow one by one. Yesterday's total I explained. Now important points I am giving you. If you read this aphorism along with these points, you will be able to understand it. The purpose is to make you understand that there is medicine in homeopathy, that medicine is in immaterial form, and that only will work through material. And it will saturate the material form, and there is disorder or disease in the material form, which can be saturated with the help of immaterial form. That is vital power. Next point. There are there are three principles which are to be understood. There are three principles. Number one, there are three principles. Number one, there is cause for everything. There is cause for everything. కారణము లేనిదే ఏది లేదు, కార్యమే లేదు. కారణం అనేది ప్రతిదానికి ఒక కారణం. karanam lekunda karyam. Then second principle, the cause can take different forms of effects. One cause only, for effects will be different. The cause can take different forms of effects. Example, gold is the cause and the effects will be gold chain, gold ring, gold necklace, etc. etc. So in all the necklace or ring or bangle or chain or anything you take, gold is. Gold is the cause. Effects are bangles, chain, necklace, earrings, etc. etc. So if without cause, there is no cause, without gold, no gold chain would be there, no gold earrings. So cause is there, cause can take any number of effects. Same example we can give mud. Mud is the cause. It can be a pot, it can be a jar, it can be a plate, it can be anything. Mud can have different cause, effects. But cause is not one cause. The third principle, if the cause is removed from the effect, if the cause is removed from the effect, nothing remains. So if you remove, if cause is removed from the effects, nothing remains. If you remove mud from a mud pot, what will remain? Nothing. Why this principle is important in homeopathy? He says the entire world or any human or any creation for that matter, any creature, there is a cause. Without cause, there will be no effect. Same cause will have different effects. Here you have to understand in homeopathy, even for a person, a patient suffering from different kinds of so-called diseases, we call symptoms diseases. Just for our convenience, we will use our disease. A person is one, cause is one inside, but effects are many. Maybe having headache is there, stomach pain is there, or leg pains are there, or something, etc., etc., etc. But for all these things, cause is only one. What a real homeopathy doctor will find out the cause. That is real disease cause. That is given by Dr. Hahnemann after 12 years of constant tapas, you can say, contemplation. He found out that Sora, syphilis, psychosis, these are the three miasms. In additional miasm, now tuberculosis is there. These are called the disease causes. Unless a person is having these four or two or three or all the four in him, he will not have any kind of disease symptoms. So this cause is only one and effects are many. And whatever you give medicines to effect, one by effect, one medicine for leg, one medicine for pain, one medicine for BP, one medicine for sugar, like that you give medicines. Unless it directly it works on the cause, it works directly on the vital force, the animation that is being done, I told you, that is taken care of. All these things will disappear. So there is no meaning in fighting with the ultimates. We are fighting with the ultimates. Yesterday I got one skin problem patient. That patient is telling, sir, you see the skin. For the skin disease, there is a cause. And if you use external applications, the disease has not come because of the external things. The body, in its process of cleansing, it has thrown out the disease on the skin, which is very safe. If it catches a heart or liver or a brain, patient may die. So it wants to keep the person alive for more number of days or months or years. So it throws out the disease to the outermost layer. Outermost layer is skin, hair, and nails. So The patient who has no idea of homeopathy will ask medicine for skin problem. We, now you are learning as a person having awareness of homeopathy. You have to understand that the skin disease has a cause, which is deep in the constitution of the common people. If you can set right that, to address that cause or that simple substance which has to cure oneself, one has to cure oneself. The physician has no business to interfere with the disease of the person. The disease or the symptoms manifest the disorder in the person, and those symptoms should tally with the symptoms that were proved by the provers when they took the medicine in crude form. We are giving in a potentized form, and this will solve the issue forever. That is why in homeopathy it is called the holistic system. For all the complaints, maybe 20 pages of complaints are there, but medicine is one. That is the efficacy of homeopathy, very important. People will be surprised when we are taking down the case. He feels that we are asking irrelevant questions. He has come with headache, but you ask something connected with his behavior and other things. He does not know why my behavior is connected with my headache or with my leg pain or with my skin complaint. How is it connected? Then generally, and there are symptoms of different organs. I used to ask the patient, okay, you are confused, okay, leg, hand, head, etc. So, whose leg is this? Sir, my leg, sir. Then whose hand? My hand. Everything answer is my or I. I own this hand. I own this leg. I own this stomach. I am the owner of this. So this I is common in all. So that is to be treated. That is why a single medicine will work to remove all the effects. That is, from the effect, we are removing the cause, not the effect. A skin complaint made to disappear with the help of ointment or lotion, you cannot call it as a cure. It is only made to disappear. It is not visible to the eye. The skin is so nice, shining. It's very nice, very nice. But after a few days or weeks or months or years, the patient will come and tell, sir, at that time I cured my skin complaint. Well, now it has come again. Where from it has come? It has come from within only. It has not gone out. It is sent inside. When it has gone inside, it always tries to come out. That is the vital force always tries to drive it out. If the vital force is weak, it may not be able to drive it because the medicine sometimes use steroids or some ointments which are very powerful. But that power comes down of the disease or the power of vitality goes up, then the vitality again throws it on the skin. The person or patient does not understand why it has come again. So he says that I have stopped using the ointment. Okay, again use, no problem. So this is to be understood by all. Please note down. Cause enters, cause enters into effects. CAUSC, cause enters into effects. EFFECTS. And furthermore, into series of effects. And furthermore, into series of effects. Cause is only one, but it enters into effect and furthermore into series of effects. There may be many symptoms for the same patient representing different organs. The best example is shifting pains. You ask the patient for having shifting pains. So what is the problem? Sir, morning headache was there, sir. Evening I got hand pain and night I got leg pain. Again, it has gone up, sometimes left leg, sometimes right leg. It is shifting from place to place. If at all pain is there in a particular organ, you will not see the symptom of shifting pain. So pain is not there in the leg, pain is not there in the hand, pain is somewhere else. That is, the disease cause is present in the person, that is showing a symptom of pain in different organs at different times. While the drugs were proved, medicines were proved by the provers, that is what they felt. One person who proved the pulsatilla, change of places, the lag canina, similar symptom. They have the shifting pains. So this type of symptom is available only in homeopathy. Go to allopathy, and if you say the pain is here, pain is there, pain is shifting from back to front, front to back, this and that, if you tell, he is confused. So give painkiller for all pains. But homeopathy does not give painkillers. Homeopathy tries to drive the disease out. So here what he says is there is only one cause, but cause enters into effects and furthermore into series of effects. This is important to understand because you have to see that everything has a connection. It's like a chain. Each bead is connected to other bead, other bead, other bead. Finally, they are all interlinked. That is what one sentence here. Please note that. What is it? What is it that holds the? What is it that holds the last link of chain? What is it that holds the last link of chain to its investment? To its investment or first attachment? What is it that holds the last link of chain to its investment or first attachment? Everything is linked. What is it means? Don't tell that one link is there. That link only we are talking about. There is something is there which is connecting all these things. Take a garland of flowers. There is a thread. Without thread, you can't call it as garland. The thread connects all the flowers into a beautiful garland. Unfortunately, the thread is not visible. Of course, properly done garland means thread is not visible. But thread is not visible, but all the flowers are held together only because of the thread. And suppose thread is removed from the garland, all flowers will fall down. You cannot call it as garland anymore. You can say the bunch of flowers, and all of them fell down. So the thread is the important thing a homeopathy doctor has to find out in that garland. Same here, he uses the word link. What is that? That is holding that. We can say the previous link. Further, previous. Again, you will come back to the same. Next line, note down. There is continuous dependence. There is continuous dependence from the last to the first hook. From the last to the first hook. So all these are connected. Continuously they are connected from first to last. Otherwise it cannot be a chain. This is the important point in understanding the symptoms, disease symptoms of in homeopathy. A classical homeopath, the follower of Kent, Animal, or Master Eakley. We have to understand very important point here is everything is connected. Everything is connected. So there is continuous dependence is there. This symptom is dependent on previous. Ultimately, everything is connected to each one. Next, one more line. As it is, I am giving Kant's philosophy. If we see the things, if we see the things, things, disconnectedly, 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 we lose the power of communication. We lose the power of communication between them. If you see the chain, each bead in the chain, as separate. They are not separate. They are connected to each other. If you see like that, you will lose the power of communication. One is connected to other, there is communication between them because they are linked with it. So even symptoms, you have to go like that. One patient says a set of series of symptoms, how they are connected. There is a thread behind that. There is one common link which is making this garland. So what is that? That is why whenever I teach the materia medica medicines, I will always tell, catch the thread of the drug. You take for example, Naxwamika, there is a drug. I will give you an example. The Naxwamika, the thread is irritability, coping. That is a common symptom. This irritability is present almost in all the symptoms. Almost, I can say. Suppose he is having fever, go and talk to him. Oh, you go. From when you are having fever, how are you now? Immediately he will file. I am dying with fever, you are asking our questions, get out. That's one. He is having diarrhea. Go and ask him. How many times you have? Already 10 times over. Dying. Irritability. For diarrhea, Naxwamika. That is wrong. For Naxwamika patient, give Naxwamika. For fever, Naxwamika. Wrong. For Naxwamika's fever, give Naxwamika. For belladonna fever, give belladonna. So we should know what is Naxwamika. What is belladonna? Fever, almost all drugs have all polycrest, there is fever symptom. All almost. Each drug has a different symptom because provers have given out different symptoms, and each herb created by God has something different. It's uniqueness. Each one is unique. Even persons we can see. Each person is unique. You can understand each person is unique. Every person's nature is different. Speaks differently, talks differently, walks differently. You can understand. So you have to catch that thread. When we see the things disconnectedly, we lose the power of communication. So for Naxwamika, give Naxwamika. For belladonna, give belladonna. Because Naxwamika has diarrhea, Naxwamika has constipation, Naxwamika has fever, Naxwamika has pains, Naxwamika has sleeplessness. Naxwamika is having all the symptoms, covering all the organs. Likewise, a person having the different symptoms of various organs, but all of them direct us to the single medicine. Only when you are master of the materia medica, it is very easy to find out. So you have to study the drugs, as I told you, as individuals, each person. You have to personify them. See the uh, identify the person with the medicine and identify the medicine with the person. Both are important. Next point. Series is broken. Series is broken. Influx ceases. INFLUX. Influx ceases. CEASES. Suppose the electrical bulb or the fan is not working. Why the fan is not working? Because if you can see electricity wire, they are disconnected. Some gap has come. As long as the electricity is flowing into the fan will be working. Of course, fan inside again something on, that is different again. That can be different. But a new fan, everything is there. All the bulbs, everything is there. When you switch on, nothing is glowing. That means connection is not there. So we have to see everything connectedly. Every symptom has a meaning, and that has a connection with the previous symptom, that has a connection with the previous symptoms, and all are connected to the disease cause, and disease cause is there because of the person's previous history, or so many things are there. Again, we go to that subject is again different. We can discuss later. So remember that series is broken, influx ceases. As long as the vital force which is present in the universe Around us, vital force is there. The cell is working. Cell vibrations are that radiation is there. Signals. That is why cell is there. Go to a place where there are no signals. I think it won't give any calm. Why? Because signal is not there. But signals are present everywhere. No, if I am in Bangalore now, right now, signals are good here. So they are there. Earlier in olden days, example I can give you. One person came, Mr. X came to Y and he gave a complaint. Nowadays, Ghantasala is not singing well. Something happened to his throat. Then the other person surprised. Ghantasala has already left the body. How is it? No, no. You see, my radio, my transistor is not singing well. Then when the transistor is brought, you say the battery is down or an inside transistor gone. Some repair is required. Transmission is same, but receptivity is not there. Ghantasala sang long back and records only are being played. My transistor, there is some problem. So the influx ceases, then series is broken. As long as the pranic force is flowing into the pranic force of the individual, we call him as living person. If that influx is broken, that is the pranic force no more is given to this one, has a link with this individual, or the link is broken, the influx is stopped, then we call this person as death. You understand sentence by sentence. That is why I'm giving you. I'm only giving you important points. Later we can summarize and you can understand. If you read once again, you will know the meaning of everything. That is why I'm explaining. And you can see the YouTube again, you can see the I'm giving dates also. So you can go through the date and you can listen to it again. Next. An irrational person, next line, please note that. An irrational person may think that man exists. Here the Kant has used the word, Herman has used the word existence. Existence for higher purpose. Yesterday we have discussed. Man may think that man exists without cause. An irrational person may think like that. Without cause, karma. His life force goes on for a while. And does not exist from something. Does not exist from something prior to it. An irrational person, a person who is not rationally thinking, he may say that without any cause we exist. No. మనందరం కూడా కారణం ఉండటం వలనే వచ్చాం. కారణమే మనల్ని ఇక్కడ తీసుకొచ్చింది. ఆ కారణమే మనల్ని నడిపిస్తాం. ఆ స్వభావము అదైతే అంటాం వాసనలు అంటాం. స్వామి చిన్మయానంద uses the word BMI, body, mind and intellect. Above that is vasanas. Above that is the Om. So from there Om, this person has come with vasanas and this is body, mind and intellect. He gives a chart. So a relational person may think that no, there is nothing. An irrational person may think that man exists without cause. His life force goes on for a while and does not exist from something prior. We are existing because there is something prior to it. But irrational person may say that there is nothing prior to it. You have come like that. A rational mind will always think that for everything there is a cause. That cause has taken different effects, and if that cause is removed from the effect, nothing remains. When the influx stops, then the material body ceases to exist. It doesn't exist anymore. Same is the case with disease also. There is a disease cause. That disease cause present in the patient, the person, has shown different effects in the form of different symptoms. And if you can find the real cause and remove the cause with the help of homeopathy medicine, which is again in simple substance form, I'm going to tell that clearly in future. Next class. If you can give the medicine also in similar form, then the cause goes out, goes away, and the effects automatically go, and the person will become a healthy person. This is a bit difficult to understand, but try to understand. It's very important. Next slide. Man lives continuously. Man lives continuously because the influx from the cause continually flows into him, and the moment this stops, the moment this stops, the person also ceases to exist. Man lives continuously because the influx from cause continually flow into him, and the moment this stops, the person also ceases to exist. How the person is able to exist? Because the vital force or the pranic energy is continually flowing from its central source. For us, the central source, we say there are so many gods of them. Gods, they are not gods. They are devatas. Master called them as intelligences. And we know the direct Pratyaksha Bhagavan is Surya Bhagavan. He gives us energy. Nowadays we are not losing out, hence everybody has vitamin D deficiency. He gives us energy. Then one of the autobiography of Yogi story, he says there is one person who lived only on sun energy. The day is not far where every one of us, we will just we want some energy, means go and stand in the sun for 10 minutes, and definitely we can understand. I will repeat the sentence again. Man lives continuously because the influx from cause continuously flow into him, and the moment this stops, person also ceases to exist. So person also will not exist. Once the prana goes, he is dead. On dead body, we know some people may burn it, some people may bury it according to their traditions. It is different, but it doesn't exist anymore. But as long as the prana is there, that is, prana is flowing from the source, original source, that is flowing into the person, then he is a living person. This is the principle you should understand while selecting the medicine. That is why when God has created all the herbs, all the materials, all the medicinal substances, along with the creation, in the creation itself, he has created food and also medicine for us. Because when he knows that the God has given freedom to the human, there is every possibility this fellow will misuse the freedom given to him. He eats everything that should not be eaten, drinks everything that should not be drunk, and he becomes sick. So we have to give him medicine. So let us create the medicines also on the earth. We created like that. It's so benevolent. God is so kind to us. And visionary like Hanuman and Of course, that has the base of Ayurveda long ago. In Veda itself, it is Upaveda. It is given very clearly how to prepare the medicine from the herbs. So medicines also are created by God. We have to see how we can prepare the medicine. The preparation of homeopathic medicine is different from Ayurvedic, but source is same. We also have medicines from plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and mineral kingdom. So here what he says is the person ceases to exist if that force doesn't continue into. Same is the statement with medicine also. Homeopathy medicine. If the medicine is there inside the medicine, where you keep in a proper box, white wooden box preferably, and not exposed to direct sun or strong odors, then the medicine will be there, continually flowing into each and every pill. It is in a 5 ml bottle, we mix some 4-5 drops of the medicine, and that medicine is absorbed by each and every pill equally. That is why we use the medium of alcohol, spirit. We should not call it as alcohol. 100% spirit, pure. So that medicine, suppose ceases to exist, medicine that is original medicine is evaporated, then that exists simply a sugar pill, no more medicine. This is the reason we have to find out the original cause. What are the original symptoms? And what are the person's behavior? All those things are required. For selecting a medicine for a stomach pain, we should know the behavior of the person. If it is a chronic, not acute, some acute problem has come, depending on the acute symptoms, you can select a medicine. I'm talking about cases, long-standing cases, and where there is no cure in allopathy also, homeopathy has solution, provided you find out the right medicine given in right potency. Next point. With the physical senses, with the physical senses, we will not be able to prove, we will not be able to prove that something exists, that something exists. I request you to pay attention and listen carefully. Subject is difficult. I am trying to make it as much clear as possible with my experience, because the science is abstract science, which I told you, which cannot be seen or shown. But I am trying to give you, because abstract subject you may feel a little bored, but kindly bear with it. If you understand, you will be able to understand the medicines well in homeopathy. That is why stay back. Till the question answer session is over, I request all the members to stay back. Here we are not collecting a rupee fees. We don't know what you are doing there in your house. Everything is virtual meeting, online meeting. So please, with the physical senses, we will not be able to prove that something exists. But we can observe that simple substance has been continually flowing into it. The simple substance has been continually flowing into it, which is holding it, which is holding it in continuance. CONTANUANCE. I remain. With the physical senses, we will not be able to prove that something exists. That is, some simple substances exist, some cause exists. With the physical senses, with the diagnostic laboratory, you will not be able to find out. That is why Master VK said the real pathology will be taught in 21st century. Gave a statement in 1970-80. Between 1970 and 80, he told in several classes that the pathology presently also is only post-mortem. What has happened, we are telling. But the real pathology is the cause of the disease that is to be known. And real pathology will be taught in after 2050, likely to come. I'll tell you with the Now homeopathy taking a lead role, the entire medical systems in the world are going to change. Lot of changes will occur in very near future, and even the concept of allopathy will come in line with the homeopathy. Nowadays they started because diabetes they say that stress is causes. The stress is not to be seen or shown. It can be. So slowly the concept of homeopathy is percolating into all the sciences, medical sciences. There will be a big revamp in the medical systems in the world very soon. The day is coming. So future is of more of homeopathy. I'm not ridiculing allopathy, I'm not ridiculing Ayurveda. I told in the first day itself, I repeat again and again, each system has its own place and cannot be substituted by other. When allopathy is required, allopathy only required. It cannot be substituted. Only thing is it should be used at right place by right person in a proper way. So don't ridicule any system, don't hate any system. All the systems are equally important. All the systems have many advantages and also all the systems have limitations. Don't claim that with homeopathy you can do anything and everything. I can cure cancer, I can cure that. Master has warned us, don't give false promises. We can at most say that we will try our best with homeopathy, and homeopathy is very effective science. Like that, you can tell good about homeopathy, but never promise that we are going to cure. We can only treat. I always say that my Guruji put I will see and tell one statement with my patient who says, Sir, I am cured. I only give one statement, I treat, he cures. We treat, but cure is done by something very, very beyond our capacity and ability. He works through us, of course. So only God has to do cure. Master has to do cure. So here also is telling with physical senses we will not be able to prove that something exists. Something means simple substance exists. But we can observe that it has been continually flowing into it. Without that, the person does not exist at all. That is why we call him as dead. So this you must understand well. So there is something holding in continuance. That flow is continually flowing into it. And as long as that flow is continuous, the person is surviving. Really, even in allopathy, also in serious terminal cases, also doctors say one thing: we can support him with oxygen or ventilator or ECMO or something like that, as long as he breathes. When the person stops breathing, no equipment will help. That means, but that life force is cut and it ceases to exist. The flow ceases to exist or flow, then person is dead. That is why nobody is um, sure how long we will live, when will we die. Birth and death both are not in our hands. Miraculously, a person may survive with a serious complaint. A person may die just falling in the bathroom. You know. So these are the things we should understand. Next, then how can we understand this? What is simple substance? So here he says one of the forms of simple substance is energy, no doubt. Energy, no doubt. Energy is a powerful substance. Energy itself is power. Energy is a powerful substance and is endowed, endowed, is endowed from intelligence. It is endowed from intelligence. That is of itself. That intelligence is of itself a substance. So energy is a powerful substance and is endowed from intelligence that is of itself a substance. But energy is energy because it is taken from some source and that source is nothing but itself the simple substance. That is why energy continuously flows. We cannot store it. Electricity generated is to be used. All the energy is like that. Even the vital energy, the pranic energy, it is simply flowing, flowing, flowing. You should always get connected to it. The connection is lost, the person sees to it. If connection is lost for the electrical bulb, the bulb does not glow at all. So what is the duty of the person is to see that we are connected to it. That is why our elders say, do meditation, do prayer, do puja, and go into yourself, think where from you have come, how you are able to survive. When you do contemplation, you are connected to it. Always be connected to it. Be with it, not away from it. That is, as long as you remember the source and you are connected to it, the energy will be flowing continuously into us. Time is over and the age, the Chiyamanate iti Shariram. That is, the body has a quality of decay, disease, decay, and death. That is, you have to leave the body. Everybody. Remember, we can survive, but not the body. How we are different from body, that I told you. Homeopathy has a different outlook. Master CVV has given a paper statement, an advertisement in Hindu paper. Those days, 1910 somewhere. Those who do not wish to die may please contact me at the following address he has given: 2 Debir Street, Kumbakonam in Tamil Nadu. Everybody was surprised to see the advertisement. Those who do not wish to die. Nobody wishes to die. He says you are permanent, you are eternal. How to make the eternal? That is again yoga. Let us not go to that subject. If time permits, we will think of that in a later day. But remember, energy per se is something immaterial. It is there, but cannot be seen. Electricity cannot be seen. You can only experience the shock of it. You cannot see the flow of energy. It goes through the wires. It is there. Cut the wire and you want to see how is it flowing? Not possible. And its quality is continually flowing. That's all. Cannot stop. That principle applies for the life energy also. It is continuously flowing into us. Continuously. And as long as you are connected to it and as long as you are aware, that is why there are two things God has kept with Himself. Number one is breathing. Even if you are in a deep sleep, breathing is going on, irrespective of your involving in it or you are not aware of it, it is going on. And the second one, what God has kept with Him is the heartbeat. Both are going on, in spite of ourselves. So tomorrow God says, you beat your heart and you breathe for yourself, nobody can survive. These two things, that is why in any yoga, any pranayama, they say that observe your breathing, observing the breathing, because the key is there in that exercise. From there you have to enter the heart center. Again, different subject. Because if you go to the yoga, then you take a different time. Anyway. So, you please understand one important point here is very important. There is a cause, the cause flows into the effect, and the cause only has many effects. And if you remove the cause from the effect, nothing remains. Then the person also, as long as that influx of plenty of prana is flowing into the person, then the person is said to be alive. And once that flow ceases to exist, the person is called a dead person. So that flow, how it is happening and when it will stop, and because of the breaks are there in that flow, what will happen? And the same is true within us also, within body also, the vital force from the central system, it is flowing continuously into all the cells of the body. Suppose that stops flowing into a particular part, we call that part as a paralyzed part. It won't move anymore. Why paralytic patient will not be able to lift the hand? Because the pranic flow ceases to flow into that organ. And when you give homeopathy medicine, the flow restarts. That is why homeopathy medicines are used for paralysis patients also. Many cases, normalcy can be achieved with a little, of course. The problem will be there. So these are the important points today we have discussed. You should understand that energy is a powerful substance. Energy is powerful substance that flows from the source. So the vital energy also flows from the source. So this particular chapter, simple substance, is one of my very favorite chapters because you understand this is the tattva, tat tvamasi. You are that, thou art that. This is tat is simple substance. What we say tat is a simple substance. That is none other than you. As long as it is flowing in you and that is present in you. You are that only. We are all the embodiments of God only. The physical body is given as a facility. It is a vehicle given to us to travel. And as you respect your vehicle, you maintain it neatly, cleanly, and regular servicing is being done. There is some repair is there, you will go to the mechanic and get it repaired. This body also is to be kept like a vehicle. That is why we call this as a vehicle for us, for the soul to travel. And to realize that what is the ultimate goal or the higher purposes of our existence is you have to realize that you are there. That can be done by meditation, that can be done by reading books and listening to masters or scholars or yogis. There are several books are available, several cassettes are available. Now Google Mother is available. Anything you want, it will give answers. So this will continue on next Wednesday. Um, Tomorrow class for seniors, I will take up medicines. And juniors also connected without any problem. I have not.
This conference is no longer being recorded.
Any doubts are there, you may please ask. Today's class or yesterday's class? Yes, scholar 42, somebody is. I have to see both go to meeting as well as YouTube. Both are there in front of me on laptop and on cell phone. I can answer.
Sir, this is Yogendra.
Yes, please. Where from?
Yeah, I am from Bangalore. I am Shish of TV Satyanarayana.
Oh, nice. Satyanarayana. Very good. Tell me.
Sir, one clarification.
Yes, sir.
In homeopathic pills, as you just now mentioned in this lecture, if we mix the spirit and if it evaporates, so pills is having that homeo medicine effect or no?
If the color of the pills changes to yellow, or if it is too old, or exposed to direct sun or any smell, strong smells, that medicine which is in simple substance gets evaporated. That is why preservation of homeopathy medicines is very important. If you preserve it properly, it will be longer period.
So in case of pills, as like patient open to take 4 pills and it is for 2 months, so naturally evaporation will happen. That will be okay.
2 months or 3 months, 1 year it won't. Only if it is not preserved.
Okay.
Opening is the inside. It has gone into the simple substance again of the pill. No, that I am telling, and a longer period it gets evaporated. Not by opening the bottle.
Thank you.
Sir,
Yes, Sudha.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, you said that all medicines in Homeo is in the form of immaterial form.
Yes.
And it is mixed with the material form to give the proper effect.
Yes.
And you also said that immaterial form, it doesn't have any, we can only feel it.
Okay.
What do you mean by that, sir? It is all medicines in Homeo is in the form of immaterial form.
Yes.
And it is mixed to the material form, then to give the proper effect.
Yes.
That is to the globules.
I'll tell you.
But actually, the spirit is mixed to the globules.
Yeah, spirit is mixed with the globules, and the spirit is mixed with the original substance also. The original potentization, I told you. Listen. Potentization class, I told you that 1 gram of the original substance mixed with 99 grams of spirit, stirred well, that is called 1C potency. From there, we take again 1 gram and mix with the 99 grams, and the energy will be increasing as the medicine comes down crude form, but the dynamic form will be increasing. It has started from its source only. And it takes a size of the simple substance where it is not visible. And the cause is also simple form, simple substance form. So it has to match. Medicine is there. Don't say that there is no medicine, because started from 1, 0. From there 1, 2, 3, 4 potencies we started. But we have not left the earlier one. Earlier potency is still potentized, taken to dynamic form. So it is in dynamic state. It is in simple substance state. And I told you, feel it means you take homeopathy, you feel good. After taking medicine, I am all right, sir. I am okay, sir. How you are okay? If I dissect him or see that test and it, but person says I am okay, sir. So that means he is also feeling. Okay.
Yes, feeling.
It works like that.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Here somebody is asking, does storage of pills in plastic bottles reduce the energy level? Better avoid. Won't reduce, but as far as possible, go for glass bottles. Plastic also can be used. Yeah. I will make my voice more. I will increase my voice tone. I will increase. Now, I think Mahendranath, you are able to hear now properly. Yeah, definitely. We'll make it. The question also you are listening. That is, I kept the phone here. Speak. Yes, sir. I will definitely. Yeah. Forgiveness. Forgiveness cures diseases. It is a form, again in simple substance form. If you are so good, the other person will be all right. Yeah, that is possible. Okay, next question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Tulsi Das.
Sir, two issues I want to check with you.
Yeah.
One thing what I would tell you is that whenever you dictate a long para, and towards the end, you just get into explanation so that people like me is not getting the last portion.
Okay. I will make it sure that I will say that sentence is over. Now I will explain. Like that I will tell in future. Okay.
Another thing is, sir, why is from the explanation what you have given, so one medicine and one form of say carrier as a globule or something like that.
Okay.
Then why is they having different sizes of globules, say size 30, 40 or maybe bigger?
It has a purpose. It has a purpose. It has a purpose because sometimes the small pills absorb more. In some cases, even commercially looking also, a 20 size pills you has to give more, and a 40 size pills in a bottle only few will come. That is one. This one.
Yes, sir.
That is it's a commercial angle. But all pills absorption will be the same almost. But higher potencies we go for smaller the size. That is preferred. But absorption is the same.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hi, sir. This is Yogesh.
Yogesh from where?
Gurgaon.
Gurgaon. Yeah, tell me, sir.
Delhi NCR area.
Yeah, understood. Okay.
My question is around serious diseases, for which no cure has been found till now.
Okay.
So, is there as you said, we cannot, or in fact, no one should give a promise.
Okay. Okay.
However, it is not just a person who gets impacted, rather the people around also get impacted in a number of ways.
Now, what's your doubt?
Now, my doubt is, can experimentation be done in homeopathy, which can really bring a breakout?
Okay. Shall I tell answer?
research.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yes. Number one, we need not do any experiments. Why? Because the medicines are proved on healthy human beings, and after taking the medicine in original crude form, they have got certain symptoms out. And for that set of symptoms, we are selecting a medicine and giving to the person. If the symptoms of the medicine and the symptoms of the patient tallies, it is bound to cure. Of course, subject to the condition of vitality and other things are there. So in homeopathy, we are not doing any experiments. Already experiments are done on healthy beings. Only thing is you have to match the right medicine with the right person. That is number one. Number two, when the vital force is too low or when the disease has damaged the organs beyond a repairable state, it is very difficult for homeopathy also to reverse the case. But as long as the symptoms are there only to furnish an image of sickness, or only symptoms to furnish that I feel, sir, I have sensation, like that, some symptoms they say, that sensations and feelings, as long as the symptoms are at that stage, it is very easy for us to cure the patient. But beyond that, physically, the diseases have descended, spoiled the major organs, it is very difficult for us to cure such cases. But if the vital force is there, it can repair itself. I will give you an example of a wristwatch of a very old origin, like 1920 watch is there. There are people who can repair it. So the capacity, technique, and of course that space should be available, something like that. So it can be some cases reversal is possible, but we can't say whether it's going to happen or not. We will say that I select the best medicine suitable to the symptoms of the patient, and every possibility is there. If the vital force is ready to take the medicine and absorb it, and it will correct itself. That is the answer. Okay, am I clear, Yogesh? Thank you. Yeah, does that mean that no new medicines are being discovered? No, medicines are being discovered because there are many helps are there. The CCRH is doing, Dr. Rajan Sankaran is doing that. Dinesh Chauhan in Bombay, they are doing the provings. And in fact, we want the people because in India, the herbs are many thousands are there. We have to conduct, we want provers to come, ready to sacrifice their health. There is a very possibility that once they prove, the symptoms may remain with them. So if the provers comes, things are going on, provings are happening, and new drugs are being discovered. Anyone has done only 99. Now presently more than 3,500 drugs are available. All these things are proved by other people. Dr. Herring has proved leukoses, a snake poison. But because of that, he could not wear a shirt with a collar for lifetime because the collar touching the neck is a very discomfort to the patient. He gets irritable. So he could not wear the shirt with the collar for lifetime. So provings are going on and research is going on. Homeopathy is being that new drugs are being discovered. Yes. Next.
Hello, sir.
Shilpa.
Shilpa.
Yes, madam.
Yes, sir. Sir, you explained like for diarrhea, the patient will feel irritability. For fever, he will feel irritability.
Yeah.
And in that context, you describe Naxwamika. Don't give Naxwamika for diarrhea or fever. Is it give Naxwamika for Naxwamika? Is it like irritability is the major symptom or
it's a major
the diarrhea or the fever?
No.
What does that mean? Give Naxwamika for Naxwamika and belladoma for belladoma. That is what I wanted.
That means Naxwamika symptoms, drug medicine symptoms, tally with the totality of symptoms of the patient. And the thread, which is the main, I told you, the cause is there inside, one thread is there common, that link is there. If that is there with the patient and also with the medicine is bound to cure any kind of disease. That is why a person having similar set of symptoms, we call him by the name of the medicine. See a sulfur, if you can find out a sulfur with dirty clothes and you will not do shaving, you will not take bath properly, smells very bad, then suppose that person is coming, a senior student of our trust, he will immediately identify, sir, sulfur is coming, sir. Because we could identify, we are able to identify the person. So the principle, central principle you have to understand. That is
so
the only
then, here the link is like, even if the person has a diarrhea, if he is not feeling irritable, then it is not that symptom.
Other drugs are
it
there.
Can be something
Other
else.
drugs are there.
Okay.
Always, madam, only
Every
one.
we have to
Listen. One point is totality of symptoms.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah. Next. From cause and effect principle, you taught. I understand that in case taking, you have to find out the cause of the effect. Yeah, you have to ask the patient, what is the cause? I'll tell you, suppose one person comes to the acute problem of cold, cough, fever, and etc., with body pains, restlessness. If you can find out the cause, he may say that yesterday I drenched in rain, sir, after that problem has come. So that causation is the rain. So we can go for root cause. Like that, causation is very important, either in acute or chronic cases. Important. Next. Okay. So I'll close the class here. Next Wednesday will be the yeah. Who is it?
It's Manimegi.
Manimegi. Tell me, where from you are calling?
Manimegi.
Bangalore only.
Manimegi from Bangalore.
Yeah, madam. Tell me.
Yeah, I want to know how to neutralize. Supposing sulfur of 10 mg is given.
Not 10 mg, 10 m. 10 m. mg is in allopathy. 10 m is in homeopathy.
10 m.
Okay.
How to neutralize that?
We can do it by taking a cup of coffee, strong coffee. That will influence. Or there are antidotes for. No, antidotes are there. Madam, we have to see the symptoms, and a right drug selected for the present set of symptoms can antidote the previous drug also. There are certain drugs which will antidote and follow. There are certain drugs which are just simply antidote. And a cup of coffee will antidote easily. So we'll see that this differs from case to case. You will come to know one's experience. By experience, you will come. Okay, thank you. Okay. So we'll close the session here. And next Wednesday we'll meet again. Thank you. Good night.